Today I'm going to be talking about how to conduct yourself in public. Keep on watching. Hello lovely people, welcome back to the channel. My name is Angie. If you are new here, you are very welcome. I hope you enjoy watching this video and I hope that you subscribe after watching or while watching actually. Okay? If you are my new regular on this channel, you are very welcome. I appreciate you all, so thank you very much. So my first point today, I'm going to be sharing 5 points. I think I'll keep it to 5 and then I can break it down into different sections over time. Maybe I'll do something like that, but we'll see. Anyways, today's first point is to dress appropriately. Yeah, dress appropriately is like, if you get invited to an event, for example, if you get invited for drinks, if you get invited to a wedding, if you get invited to a conference or something, there is a specific dress code that is required for a specific type of event, isn't it, right? But one thing that I've noticed recently, especially with obviously our Instagram app, social media in general, everybody's dressing to impress. Everybody wants to stand out. Everybody wants to look different. Everybody wants to come across as unique in their own way, which is absolutely fine. By the end of the day, it doesn't mean you have to overdo it. Sometimes they say less is more or less is better. And now by less, I don't mean on the dressing, or I don't mean wearing less pieces of clothes. I mean just being appropriate. So if you're going to a wedding, I'm not expecting you to outshine the bride. Now, my fellow Nigerian sisters, if you're watching this video, we know there's the girls who are just out there to slay, the girls who are just out there to get the attention of every single person. Maybe they're out there looking for a man, I guess, maybe that's why. But then they just dress like they want to outshine the bride. Like, why do you want to outshine the bride? It's her day. I don't expect you to come to a wedding looking like you're the bride on that day, whereas the bride is, not that I'm saying the bride is not going to look her best. Of course she's going to look her best, but at the end of the day, you shouldn't be overdoing it. So let's try and be appropriate. If you're going to a summer party, there's a way to dress for a summer party. You shouldn't be wearing joggers. I mean, you could, but there is a certain way to keep things simple and classy at the same time without being overly dramatic about it, without craving too much attention, but at the same time also getting the right attention. If you're going to an interview, you're not going to go to an interview with 30-inch long wig or blonde hair that's like you're going to Beyonce, or you're going to a photo shoot, for example. That's not how you're going to dress. You're going to dress a bit more professional, right? You're going to wear nice ironed clothes, pair of trousers, a skirt or dress, whatever it is that you're going to wear. As long as you feel comfortable and you feel like, yes, I feel comfortable in this professional environment, then that is good for you, right? So please, let's try and dress appropriate for the specific occasions that we'll be going for. Be polite to people. Say thank you. Say you are welcome. Say bless you. Say excuse me. There is nothing wrong with saying those things. It doesn't take anything away from you. Some women come to show up at a place and already they have an attitude. Like, I don't know why we women are very judgmental. The first thing you do when you walk into a room shouldn't be to start assessing other women. You shouldn't be to start assessing what woman is wearing, what her hair looks like, or is she pretty, is she not pretty, how is she dressing. Like, she hasn't offended you in any way, so why are you getting upset? Why are you feeling insecure? Why are you being rude to her? Because you already feel oppressed or feel lower than she is or looks? That does not give you the right to be rude to other women. Let's be polite. If another lady says hello in a place that you've never been to, or in a place where you've been to for the first time, or a gathering where you're in a comfortable you're comfortable with people that you already know, but then obviously someone that you don't know that is saying hello. There's nothing wrong with saying hello back. There's nothing wrong with saying hi. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, saying hello to another lady is not competition. It's not a fight. It's not war. She's not saying hello to borrow something from you. She's not saying hello to steal your man from you. She's not saying hello to steal your child from you. She's not saying hello to take anything from you. She's just being nice and polite. If a lady says hi and she just comes in and she says hello, say hello back. Be genuine about it. Don't be fake. And be like, hello. Like, oh, hi. I'm looking at her up and down. Like, it's not necessary. If you want to be a classy woman, if you want to be a confident woman, if you want to come across as a full-blown, quality, confident woman, then those things should not apply to you. Like, you should not be doing those things. I think they're very childish, to be honest. It's very childish to walk into a room, be said hello to, and you don't respond. And you just be acting all bougie and giving attitude. It's not necessary. You cannot be a successful woman with that type of attitude. That is a very stinking attitude. So please say hello. Say thank you if someone does something for you. If someone pulls out a seat for you and they don't really have to be honest, they're not entitled to do that for you. But if they do, you say thank you. Don't just sit down without, saying anything. If a guy does that for you, say thank you. Whether he has other intentions or not, it doesn't matter. Say thank you. If a lady pulls out a chair for you out of being nice and kind, say thank you. Stop speaking without thinking. Stop just talking anyhow without filtering your words, without thinking about what you're about to say, and just blurting out everything that you're thinking about or that comes to mind before it even makes sense. Think before you speak. Be considerate of what you're saying to somebody else in public. If you see another lady that you know, a friend, maybe you've known this friend for a very long time, and she used to be a size 6'8", and then you see her a year later or 2 years later, and she's a 12, 14, or 14, 16, you don't have to comment on her weight. You don't know what she's been through. You don't know what life has thrown at her. You don't know if she's pregnant. You don't know if she's been trying to have a baby and has lost a few babies. You don't know if that's what's affected her body. You don't know if she's been ill. You don't know if she's on medication. You don't know if she's going through stuff. You don't know if she's been depressed. You don't know if she lost somebody. You don't know if she's tried to commit suicide because of how she feels about herself. You don't know if she's in an abusive relationship or not. You don't know if she's not happy with her life at the moment. You don't know if she was fired from her job. You don't know if she had a breakup. You really don't know. So when you see somebody, man or woman, you don't have to comment on their weight. This is very common in the African community, especially. I'm African, so I kind of know from personal experience. I've been there many times and I've seen it many times as well. It's very common. The older people, most of the time, don't have a filter on their mouth and how they speak. They just blurt out everything. Oh my God, you're so fat now. Oh my God, what happened? Oh my God, you look different. Oh my goodness, what's going on? You're getting so big now. You're losing too much weight. Now you're looking too skinny. What's going on? Is everything okay? Come on. Keep quiet. It's not your business. If you want to ask somebody, or even if you wanted to comment on their weight, you don't have to do it publicly. That is not the place for you to address what you think about someone's looks. Even if you know them closely, if it's that you're even, let's say you're maybe at a dinner party or something, some event of some sort, whatever gathering it is, and you're like sitting close to each other and you're actually close. When I say close, I mean relationship wise. And you can certainly have that kind of conversation, but still not making it like, hey Sandra, what's going on now? You're looking bigger. What's going on? And last time I saw you, you were still we're competing in size. Now you're 3 times bigger than me. How far now? No, don't do that. You can speak to her. You can have a quiet, intimate conversation like, girl, what's going on? How's life with you? What's been happening? Talk to me. What's happening? And then you start to have good conversation. Before you know it, if she feels comfortable enough to tell you what may be happening in her life and what's triggering whatever you feel, she's showing, she will tell you, because she will start to feel like, oh yeah, she's my friend anyway. I might as well tell her because I trust her, right? Don't make it obvious. Don't make your observations loud for the whole world to hear. It's not necessary. The whole world doesn't have to know that somebody's bigger than they were a year ago. The whole world doesn't have to know that somebody bleached their skin. Not that I support it, I don't. But still is not the place for you to address this kind of statements in public. Like I said in the beginning of this point, you just never know what somebody's going through. You don't know. You have no idea. If they're not close to you to the point that they haven't told you what they might be going through, then I don't think you should be making it a thing. You can, like I said, talk to them privately, address it, see if you can help them, you can help each other, especially if they're your friend already. Then you can support each other, you can help your friend, you can help her come out of whatever the problem might be, you can advise her, you can be there for her a bit more. It could even be that it's a friend that, of course, you were close before, but everyone's maybe busy with their lives as usual, or maybe one got married, or maybe she got married, or you got married, and your friend's still single, or the other way around, and you don't get to talk as often as you used to. That happens. That's life. That happens all the time. But it could be a way to trigger your relationship again. So you're back to being close. You're there for each other. You are supporting each other. You're helping each other be better. Helping each other be better versions of yourself. Helping each other come out of whatever it is that you're going through. You're supporting each other. That's why you're friends with someone. If you're not there to support somebody, then why are you their friend? This is a funny one. Stop releasing air winds in public loosely. I know it's a funny one, but at the same time it's actually quite serious. I don't understand why you would just decide to what people are eating or people are having a good time. Go somewhere, go to a corner, walk away quietly and release that wind. You don't need to do where people are seated. We all do it. We all release wind. We all fart, right? I don't even know why I'm whispering to say the word farts. We all fart. We all release air. We all release wind. Everybody does. No matter how posh looking you are, no matter how royal you are, everybody goes to the loo. Everybody has wind that they need to release. But it doesn't mean you have to do it loosely in public. You're not going to be at a wedding and just... You're not going to be at a Chinese restaurant or whatever restaurant or a pub and just... What people are having a good time and having drinks and eating food. Come on. It's not necessary. How would you feel if somebody did that to you? It may last only for a few seconds, but however, it can still be very offensive. Consider other people. Consider the people around you. You don't know how people are going to react to it if you do it. Somebody might get offended and might start a fight and be like, hardly happens really. But at the end of the day, if you're in a place where you don't know anybody, you never know what people are like. They might react and start like, who's done that? Who the hell did that? Who did this? Who did that? Who did this? You never know how people react to it. It's not fair. Come on. It's not fair. Especially when you know you're eating something that will trigger a very hot, stinky one. Come on. It's not fair. You're not going to fart when you're in an interview, even if you're nervous, right? Exactly. So please be considerate, whether you're in an interview, whether you're at a party, whether you're at a restaurant, hanging out with friends. Please. All right. Now, point number 5 is a little bit linked to point number 4, but I'm very, very particular and passionate. I am passionately passionate about point number 5. Take care of public property. Take care of the loo when you go out in public. Personally, I already have a phobia for using public loos, toilets, whatever you want to call them. I have a phobia for using public loos. I'm just scared naturally because of what I've seen going to loos in restaurants, in hotels, in offices. Funny enough. Now, ladies, you dress up, put on makeup. Imagine looking at me now. I have my hair done neatly. My face looks okay. I'm neatly dressed. And I step out. I look nice. Like, oh, this nice looking lady. And then you come to my house. And my loo looks like it has not been washed for like 25 years. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now let's start with public places, and maybe I'll address the ones at home. You don't go to a restaurant and feel the need to use the loo. Of course, when you go to the loo, do your thing, number 1 or 2, doesn't matter. That's what the loo is there for. We all do it. And then you finish up and not flush.
What is that smell?
Like, why? Why aren't you flushing? Is the flush giving you an electric shock? Is the flush biting your hands? Is it biting your bum? Why aren't you flushing? How would you do number 1 and not flush? Not to even think about number 2.
My God, what is that smell? Oh,
Not fair now. It's not fair. You don't go and use the loo in a public space. You don't wipe down. You just do your number 1 anyhow. All over the place. No control. And I'm talking from a woman's perspective here because I'm a woman. I'm not a man, so I cannot really tell you what a man's loo looks like, what the gents look like. But how can you do number 1 and not flush, first of all? And you just finish, put on your short, your trousers or whatever you're wearing, and leave. You don't wash your hands. You just walk out. Just number 1, walk out. You don't flush. You don't clean up. You don't wash your hands. And you gotta meet people in public. That's 1. Number 2, you go there, do your number 1, then you end up doing number 2. Then you don't feel the need to flush again on top of that. Then you step out. Maybe you wash your hands, maybe. I've been in a loo in my office back when I was working in an office building, and I would hear, because you can hear what people are doing. No matter how barricaded things are, you can still hear. I would hear someone do number 1, do number 2, not flush, and walk away. And I'll be like, okay, you did number 1, you did number 2, you didn't feel the need to flush after yourself, you didn't feel the need to just tidy up and then wash your hands and go. And you're going to use the same hands to shake somebody else, to touch a colleague, to touch a colleague's hair, to touch a colleague's top, to shake hands with a colleague, to eat a sandwich, to make tea for somebody in the office. Why? 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 Another quick story. I moved back to Nigeria some years back. And when I was there, I did my National Youth Service, which is like doing it's almost like being in the military, but not military. It's just basically serving the country for a year. But in that year, you have to go to a camp. So of course, it feels like you're in boarding house again. Your bed you could be up, you're double bunk. You might be up, you might be down. You're sharing the bathroom with everybody. Everyone is showering in the open. Just like being in boarding house / prison, basically. And I could not, for the life of me, go to the loo. So I had just come back. I just left the UK, moved from the UK to Nigeria. So I was still very fresh. The whole experience for me was just like, what the hell is this? And you see the girls on camp or in camp, very nicely dressed, smelling good, nice perfume. Makeup is like they just came out of a makeup studio. They're ready for a photo shoot. Their nails are done. Their shoes, their trainers are nice and clean. Their outfit is nicely ironed. They look like they're ready to slay the day on camp. But then they're the same people that will go to the loo and not clean up after themselves. The whole place will be I can't even talk about it. It'll be too much TMI on this channel. It just used to amaze me. It used to amaze me. And now, especially as women again, we have the time of the month. That should be like even the cleanest time for every woman because of the whole process, because of that time, right? So I'm trying to be very less TMI as I'm talking about this point. So for the guys that are watching this, they're probably going to skip to the end, I'm sure. Sorry guys, I have to talk about this point. It's very important to me. And everything will just be piling up. And you wonder, you can't really tell who left over this, and then who did this on top of this. And it's all just, accumulating. And you're like, what is going on, women? Why are we so dirty? Not we. Why are some women so dirty? Why? What does it cost you to go to the loo, clean up after yourself, wash your hands, and leave for the next person to come and meet a clean place? After all, at the end of the day, somebody else is going to be employed to clean up that place, and you should also feel for them. I don't mean feel sorry for them, but be considerate of the people that come in to clean. The fact that someone is a cleaner does not mean that you should just make a whole stinky mess for them to clean. It's not fair on them. It's not fair. That could be someone's mom, someone's wife, someone's child, someone's sister. It could be your sister. How would you feel if your sister was the one cleaning up that mess? Would you like it? Absolutely not. Except you're just a wicked person. But it's not fair. It's not fair, ladies. You don't go to public places and mess up the loo. If the flush is not working, close the toilet seat. Get the staff in the building to tell them, sorry, I've just used the loo. The flush doesn't seem to be working. Please, can someone have a look at it because I need to flush? It's happened to me before. I had to do that. There's no shame in sorting it out. Don't just leave the mess there and then somebody else comes and then they can't sit down. It's just a mess. Ladies, let's not be slaying outside. Let's not be looking like princesses outside. Let's not be looking like high value men outside and then be disgusting inside. If you're that dirty outside, then I can't imagine what your loo at home looks like. I'm sorry. You cannot tell me that you cannot tidy up after yourself in public, but you do that at home. Then that is unfair. It's unfair, isn't it? Anyway, this point is very dear to my heart, so I don't want to keep rambling on about it. But the whole point is just clean up after yourself. Take care of other people's property like you would your own. You know, don't be careless. Don't be nonchalant about other people's things. Handle other people's things with care in public, just like you would do yours at home. Flush, clean up. If you did number 2 and your stuff is all over the place, get the brush. Hopefully there is one there. Brush it off. There's no shame. It's your number 2. So nobody is going to clean it for you. You should be the one to clean it yourself. Whether it stinks or not, you tidy it up yourself. It's discipline. You know, you don't want to look nice outside and be a stinky person inside. Conduct yourself in public. Clean up after yourself. And then when somebody's walking, trying to find another loot to go into, and they see you walking out of it, and they see how clean it is, they'll respect you, whether or not they know you. But the fact that they saw you coming out of that clean loo, and obviously recognizing that you probably tidied it up, that's why it looks that way, they will look at you differently when they see you. Imagine you're in a restaurant and another lady obviously goes to the loo and she sees you coming out, and she goes in and she sees the loo is nice, clean, probably also smells nice too. She's going to respect you when she sees you. She's going to look at you differently and be like, that lady, she's a good person. She's clean. She tidied up after herself enough that I could go in comfortably without thinking and you know, I'm feeling squeamish about things. The person will respect you, and you never know where they will meet you again in life. You never know where you meet them. You don't know who they are, actually. You don't know where they will meet you. You don't know who they may be. You don't know when your paths will cross. And that thing, just that 2 seconds of, you know, passing by each other, or coming out of one place and that person going to the same place you've just been. You never know. It can change your life. It can. So I hope these points were helpful when it comes to thinking about how to conduct yourself in public. You will carry on, you know, you start to, you know, take tips from this video. you be a better person, because like I said in my very first video, this channel is all about self-improvement. So all entwined with beauty, lifestyle, and business, right? And it's a new channel, so I'm going to be touching on different things in different ways. But in general, it's really all about self-improvement, and that is why I want us to be improved versions of ourselves, better people in our own space, in public places, and how we relate with other people as well, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a bit of a laugh here and there, and obviously some serious moments there as well. But all in all, I hope you enjoyed it. Please follow me on Instagram, AngieeDavid on Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell and like this video. Leave a comment below. Share this video with a friend or two. Anybody you think will enjoy watching this, may find this funny, may find this helpful. Please share this video with them as well. Thank you so much. I am very grateful to have you on my channel, and I hope you come back for my next video upload. Have a lovely day, have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you again next week.
Sometimes everything just
Be
gets
good.
hard.